Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. This is the first video specifically created solely for Game Week 1 and I decided to start building videos only for Game Week 1 for the next week because it's important to prepare for the week up ahead and not to just give you drafts for the foreseeable futures, blah blah blah. A lot of you play the game week by week and do not care about overall rank. They have mini leagues where hits do not matter. So having Game Week 1 fixtures and Game Week 1 best team analyzed, I think it will help many of you. There is a popular strategy that you go for Game Week 1 team and then you wildcard either way, so you get the best start possible. So I wanted to prepare for that as well. Today we're going to go through the Game Week 1 fixtures and then we're going to see the best team for Game Week 1 solely built in front of you and why I think those players will perform very well in Game Week 1. If you enjoy my content and want to see more, you can like and subscribe to the channel. I'm pushing for 5k subscribers as soon as possible. Let's focus on the 4k number first and we're pretty close to do it and hopefully we can reach it as soon as possible. If you want to join my mini league, there is a link down in the description or you can follow the league code. There are several links down in the description where you can get your draft AI rated, you can get join my Discord. Then there is a mini league in the Discord, you can become a member. There are a lot of fun links that you can follow down the description if you want to spend your time a little bit there. Now without further ado, let's go and analyze the Game Week 1 fixtures. The Game Week 1 fixtures look as it follows. We start with Liverpool versus Bournemouth. This game, I think Liverpool will have a lot of advantage offensively. Bournemouth have lost their full defensive line apart from their right back, which is a little bit worrying. Two center backs, left back and goalkeeper are gone for a lot of money, so I think they might reinvest those money at some point in that defensive department, but for now it hasn't happened. So I think that Liverpool offensively will have a great advantage and I want to probably capitalize on that. Bournemouth offensively have not weakened, but Evanilson missed the last friendly. Quiver have not been seen at all in preseason, so I don't fancy their offensive line either. And if I need a defender, Liverpool would be a team that I would get a defender from as well. Moving into Aston Villa Newcastle. Newcastle have been having a bad summer, but that doesn't mean that their side have weakened. Of course, Isaac is not going to play in the first fixture, but everyone else that has stayed in the team is fit for now. We haven't seen Rodgers at the time of recording, but I think that if he's playing in the last friendly, he's a good option to get. From Newcastle, sorry, I'm speaking about Villa. Newcastle, I don't think anyone is injured. Yeah, sorry about that. From Villa's perspective, they haven't bought anyone important, I would say, as well, but they've lost Rashford and Asensio. That would mean that a lot of their attacking players will be nailed. Watkins and Rodgers in particular. Sorry about mentioning Rodgers in the last department, but Rodgers for now, I think that might be a solid shout if he's fit in the last friendly. Brighton versus Fulham. Brighton have strengthened as well, even though they've sold some players, but yeah, versus Fulham, I think it's an unpredictable game, and I would say that here I would be hesitant to bring players from. Then we have Spurs versus Burnley, and here I think that Spurs are a favorite, especially maybe for keeping a clean sheet. I know that you don't think that Spurs are a team that keeps a clean sheet, but at the end of the day, I feel like Spurs are a strong side at the moment, especially defensively. Apart from Udogi, they don't have issues. They've bought Polinia, so I think they will improve as time goes. And Burnley have not been pretty good at scoring goals, even in the championship and now in the Prem. I think that this will not change. They bought some players from Chelsea, Broya in particular, but Broya has not been the best asset there is. Spurs offensively have been hurt. Madison, Son and Solanke and Kulusevski might miss. Solanke being sold, Kulusevski, Son and Solanke and Madison, Kulusevski, Solanke and Madison being injured. So I don't know what to do offensively with Spurs, but we will tinker about with the squad. Sunderland versus West Ham. I feel like here West Ham has the upper hand, so I would be taking players from West Ham. Wolves versus City. I think that City will be a very good side to bring players from this year if you can nail down the starting lineup. I think apart from Haaland, no one is nailed. Even Haaland can get rotated at some point. I feel like there aren't too many nailed players. Rodri would have been one, but now he's injured. So yeah, probably City apart from Haaland, I would be waiting and see how they set up. It's a brand new team without a preseason, so probably I will monitor it. Chelsea versus Palace. Chelsea have been good and Chelsea have been playing alright and they've strengthened a lot. They brought Joao Pedro, Delap, Gittens, Hatu in the left back position. Probably I'm missing someone. They're still in the run for Garnacho and Xavi Simons, and I think they will have a lot of rotations as well. There are several players that I think are nailed because they're that good, but we'll speak about them when we start building the squad. From Crystal Palace perspective, they haven't lost anyone, but they haven't strengthened too much as well. They are just relying on some young players to give them depth. They still haven't played against Liverpool at time of recording, but I think the starting lineup is pretty clear, I would say. But for now, I would be a little bit hesitant to go there at the particular moment. Then we go to Forest versus Brentford. Forest have been awful in preseason offensively, but defensively they have been good. That pretty much aligns with Brentford, who have weakened offensively massively. And Mbumo is out from the team, Wissa hasn't trained, and Shade is injured. That's their front three out. They're relying on Thiago to be up front. Luis Potter is playing left wing, which is a little bit worrying. Fabio Carvalho is playing. They've brought Muamba, I think is his name, but I still think that Forest gets that clean sheet in game week 1. So Forest defensively is a team that I want to target. Manchester United versus Arsenal. It's a game where I would not limit myself to not picking any of their players. I feel like United have not improved defensively, so Arsenal may catch them off guard. Of course, United have improved offensively, and Arsenal have been a little bit shaky, so I would probably hesitate to pick Arsenal defensive players for game week 1, but offensive players from both teams, why not? Then we go to the last game where it's Leeds versus Everton, and I feel like there are some players to be picked from Everton's side facing against the newly promoted team, especially in defense, because they have been very, very good defensively. Now, I feel like there are a lot of question marks here, how to proceed, because there are a lot of defenders that I like and not so many offensive players. But let's go to the next slide and we'll start building a piece by piece, and I think that the lineup will build itself and probably will get a good starting point, and from then onwards we can improve it a bit by bit. Here is the blank squad that I'll be building from. Of course, we are once again relying from FPL.Steam's website, and I'll be using it throughout the season. So if you want to build with me and do some great things, you can go down in the description and follow him and yeah, give him a shout. Every click that it goes through his website, it helps him a lot. Now we go and start building, and I will start building from the attack, because I think that the most important thing for the first week is the captain, and I would not surprise anyone by going for Mo Salah as my captaincy option. Bournemouth at home for Salah. Yeah, I think that this is a no-brainer to go without, especially if you're looking solely for game week 1. I think that another attacker should be added from Liverpool, and I am going to add Gakpo into the squad. 7.5 Liverpool nailed attacker now that Darwin, Diaz and Diogo Jota, rest in peace, are not in the squad anymore. Gakpo will be playing for certainty in the first week. I don't know if they're going to buy Isaac, if they're going to put Ngumueha playing Rio there, but yeah, I think that Gakpo will be starting game week 1 without a shadow of a doubt, and he will be getting more and more playing time on that Liverpool side, and the rotation will be limited as well. Now that we've selected the best attacking side that we can target, of course we can go and take a look at Spurs. I will take a look because they're facing against Burnley, but Burnley have been good defensively. Everton, I don't know if I want to build specifically for them. West Ham is a team that I want to take a look at, and when looking at West Ham, let's go to West Ham particularly, we have two players that I really am interested in. The first one is Jared Bowen, and the second option is Fulkrug from their side. I would say that Bowen here would be my target pick, because he's the talisman. But if the budget is not there, Fulkrug can appear in my squad very, very quickly. But for now, let's go with Jared Bowen. Next up, we have a little bit of difficulty selecting more and more players because specifically for Game Week 1, there aren't too many brilliant attackers. So Wanke would have been one, but he is injured. Everton do not provide a lot of potential, but the player that I would like to get in, and I might surprise a lot of people with it, is probably another attacker from West Ham. But let's build from defense and let's see what budget we have left. And then we can decide is going for another asset from West Ham too boring. So Everton have a good fixture run, and for me, if you are going for Everton, you should get Tarkowski in immediately. Spurs have a good fixture, and immediately you should go for Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro is on set pieces now that Maddison is injured. He will be splitting them with Kudus. Kudus is another asset that I might take a look at, and probably I would surprise a lot of people by saying, but I might go for a 4-5-1 formation because I don't fancy a lot of the forward. So let's start building in that direction, and let's see where the team will lead us for now. Of course, that can change. Not 5-1, sorry, midfielder instead of a defender. Okay, next up, another defender that I want to get in is Neco Williams. For the first week, there are rumors that Leif Davis will probably be on the radar for Forest, but for now, it's only Neco Williams on that left back position. So I'm picking Neco Williams for Game Week 1. And there is a space for... I'm missing someone. Oh, it's his name... Another player from West Ham that I want to target is Diouf. I started writing his name correctly, but yeah, I think Leeds, Burnley, Brentford, Sunderland are the defenses to target at this particular time, and I think that Diouf will be a great addition into the squad. Tarkowski, you already know why he's here. Pedro Porro for attacking returns, and Neco Williams for defensive contributions. The goalkeeper, I am going to double up on Forest, and I'm going to select Sales. I think he will be a brilliant asset for the first couple of weeks, and you can comfortably select him. Next up, I'm going to go for a Spurs attacker because I think that Burnley, even though they are not too good offensively and defensively, Spurs last season, okay, they were good offensively. Burnley, a brand new team with a new keeper. I know that the keeper is Dubravka. They've lost Egan Riley as well from their defensive department. There are two main men from that defensive side. So here I'm going to bring the one and only, drumroll please, Brennan Johnson. I think that Brennan Johnson is a good asset to have and a good asset to get. Now let's go for some cheap assets in order to end up the team. So one of them is going to be Gui. I don't care about him. The next one is going to be Estef, or should I go for Goodmanson because he's playing for Leeds, but Everton are not particularly good defensively. And here I'm going to go for Barnes. Why the hell no? And here I'm going to go for Dubravka. Probably Dubravka is going to be the nailed 4-point goalkeeper every time I put into my squad, but it doesn't matter for now. He's there. And now we have 20 million to finish the squad, which leads me to the understanding that I can go for an expensive midfielder, and that's exactly what I will do. So here I'm picking King. By the way, this King guy is going to be the best 4.5 asset in the game, hands down, from Fulham. If you're looking for a 4.5 midfielder, don't look anywhere else. Here I'm going to bring none other than Erling Haaland. I think that Erling Haaland is going to be an amazing asset this season, and he's going to be nailed. And I think even without a proper international preseason, I think that Erling Haaland starts the season well. So Haaland, Salah is going to be my draft. Bowen is up front. And now we have to take a look at the midfielder at 6.5, which I don't think is going to be a big issue. And now we start looking at the players that we have on our disposal. We have Rice, we have Enzo, we have Esteban, we have Gittens, we have Sar, we have Ndai, who is not bad shout. 6.5 midfielder, Samad, Garnacho, Barnes. Kudus, I'm not too interested in. Theo Gessan from Villa will be a forward probably, but for now he's listed there, and we're now into the 6 million bracket. I'm just not interested in anyone in particular from that 6.5 bracket for this fixture, so we're going to put Iliman and Dai as the penalty taker for Everton. And I think that a 4-4-2 formation to start the season with in game week 1 is not going to be the worst decision there is, especially if you're playing for week by week. You have one of the most solid defenses for as double up. You have Poro for attacking and defensive returns. You have Diouf for attacking and defensive returns. You have Tarkovsky because he's a beast of a player. You have Ndai for penalties, Salah for penalties, Brennan Johnson, I don't know if he's taking penalties or not, with Solanke being out. Gakpo is a double up, and then you have Bowen not on pens, but you have Haaland on penalties. And with the fixture you have a cheap bench. You just don't care about the bench in this best team of videos, but I think that team is a particularly good side for game week 1. I want to hear your opinion down in the description. I feel like it's going to be an interesting game week 1. And for my team, for my game week 1 squad, I currently own only 2 of those players. Maybe I have to go back on the drawing board and prepare for game week 1, but that will be a topic for another video. Hopefully you enjoyed that draft, and hopefully you like it and you can steal a pick here and there for your game week 1 squad. Before we go, a special shout out to the members of the channel, Florin, Oscar, Skauser, Hem, Syntax, and Mehmet. Thanks so much for being members of the channel. If you guys want to join and help me financially, these are the prices that you have to pay for every level. There are perks. You can find them down in the description when you go and try to become a member. If you cannot afford it or you just don't want to spend any money on me, just please subscribe to the channel. It's completely for free and it helps the algorithm promote my videos to more players. Hopefully you'll be joining me for the rest of the season, because I'll be building a lot of fun drafts, a lot of fun teams around my team selection you see, and then of course you see a lot of data for FPL and UCL fantasies all together. But for now guys, I think I'll be going and start preparing for the video tomorrow. Bye!